What's going on, guys? Dave here, the Reef Aquarium Shop in Indianapolis, Indiana. We are here on a new time and day, Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Hoosier time sometimes, if that's different. Occasionally it is. Today, I am very excited about what we're doing. A little reminiscent of the pumpkin live stream. I'm actually going to put together this bonsai that is in front of me, and then moss it all up with these containers of Christmas moss that I have here. I've got 3 of them. I don't know if I actually don't think I'm going to need all 3. I will probably get away with like 1.5 to 2, but I got some extra just in case. And hey, everyone can use a little extra moss, right? But the most exciting thing about this stream probably is that at the end of this, I am going to give this whole tree away. That's right. So this bonsai wood here in the shop is going to run $39.99, and then all of these containers are $8.99 each. Plus, I will be putting my labor and some plant glue into this. So all in all, you're getting well over $70 worth of value here. I am not shipping this thing, just so you know. So this is going to be local pickup only. I mean, you can be anywhere you want, but you've got to be willing to drive to Indianapolis, Indiana, to the shop and pick this up from the shop. I will not be shipping this. Repeat, not shipping this. All right, now that we've got the rules in place here, at the end of the stream, when I have this all put together, we will be basically doing this off of comments. I'm going to let you know when to start commenting, give you a small period of time to comment. I will then randomly pick a commenter, and that person will win this bonsai tree. So again, I'm very excited to be doing this. Just, you know, I think I've made maybe a little over a dozen of these for the shop in the time that we've been carrying them. And I just really enjoy doing it. It's soothing. It's a little therapeutic. I just kind of get lost in it, and I can't wait to show you guys. But before we get into that, if you're new here, welcome. I'm glad this new time is working out for you guys. I do like to treat this as an open Q&A. So while I'm making this bonsai, feel free to drop questions in the comments about what I'm doing, about the aquarium hobby in general, or even just, you know, the Reef Aquarium Shop. If you got some questions about us, shoot them in the comments, and I will be happy to answer those. Now, don't be offended if I miss some. Sometimes I get a decent amount of comments going here, so I'm sorry if I miss some questions. And typically, if I do miss them, I'll come back through in the comments the next day and answer those for you. So that being said, before we get started here, go ahead and click that subscribe button while you're here, especially if you want more content like this. Again, if you're new, welcome. Let's jump in the comments now and see what's going on. Rob says, nice to see the time change. Thank you. I'm glad to be here at this time. Fam says hello. What's going on, Fam? Adrian and Jessica say beautiful piece. Excellent. I think so too. And I'm going to give you a little closer shot of this. I've got the bonsai cam going, but we're going to get into that here in just a little bit. Yes, and I know that a bunch of people commenting that this is a nice piece. Rob saying, nice, glad I'm in town. Absolutely. Again, local pickup only. We are going to give this away at the end of this stream, but only if you're able to come to Indianapolis, Indiana and pick this up. Nicole says, nice, good luck in creating it. Thank you. Thank you. No, I'm excited about it. So now that we've jumped in the comments, I do have a couple things, housekeeping to get out of the way. Usually I will tell you about new products on the website. The last time we went live, I did not have new products on the website, but today, guys, Oh my gosh, I am just so excited to show this to you. So here's our website, TheReefIndy.com. If you scroll down a little ways, okay, one thing to be excited about, if you were on our live stream with Ryan Noel, we had him on our live stream interviewing him, Aquascaping Rhino, RYNO, on Instagram. And you can see this tank right here looking fantastic. Maybe you can't see my cursor. I don't know. Anyway, so we've got the new blog up by Ryan. You can just click that there. Beginner's Guide to Choosing the Right Hardscape. And you can see his hardscape tank there all the way into his current planted state. So I'm not going to get into that. Please go and read it for yourself. But since we released a blog post about hardscape, and yes, now we have a blog. Congratulations. Yay. Thank you. Not only do we have that, we have new products on the website. This is the long-awaited What You See, What You Get rocks and driftwood selection. So actually a few weeks back, we had a question. Actually, it was the stream with Ryan. In the stream with Ryan, someone asked if or what was the best place to buy driftwood online. We said, honestly, if you can't see it in person, or just if you can't see the pieces, then it's not worth it. Go find somewhere that is willing to bring it in, blah, 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 blah. So you can check out that conversation in that particular stream. But we are now the best place to get rocks and driftwood because if you notice, we're looking at Malaysian wood A here, Malaysian wood B, Malaysian wood C. What this means is you can click on Malaysian wood A. This 5-piece selection is recommended for aquariums of at least 20 gallons. Each piece is approximately 12 to 14 inches in length. Get this, y'all, actual item pictured. What you see, what you get. You like these pieces in particular? Add that to your cart and buy those. And this is the exact set of wood you are going to get. Same with all of these. That's our Instagram feed right there that you can find on our website as well. Same with all of these. They're just going to be the exact pieces you see available to you. We box up those exact pieces, send them to you. Also the same with the stone. We've got Siriu. We've got Siriu B. So obviously 2 different sets of Siriu. And some more. There's moss rock, maple leaf stone. And you can come up to the top here, go to the shop, and hit, ooh, that looks nice. Doesn't that look sleek? Good job, Brandon. And you can see all of the stuff we have available here. The tortoise stone package is actually pretty cool. That looks neat. 6 pieces, 13 pounds, most pieces fist size, actual item pictured. All right. So enough about that. New items on the website. Go check it out. And yeah, so let's go ahead and start talking about what we want to be talking about, which is this bonsai. I am pretty excited about it. Hey, Joe, what's going on? Sorry, just glancing at the comments, making sure I don't have any questions before I jump in here. Adrian says, excited to order from the website, pick up at store and ship to home options. Yes. Fantastic questions. Yes, you can have a pickup option as well. That should be in the cart section. And if you don't encounter that, just shoot us a message because that should be a feature. So yeah. Mike Smith saying the stream with Ryan was great. I agree. I very much agree. Hugo, my wife and I love to visit the Reef when we go to Indy. Excellent. Thank you. I love your shop. Thank you. We are fans of it as well. We love our store. We love our customers. And we're excited to be here, y'all. Austin says, you guys have the best quality stock for Dragonstone and Driftwood, period. I don't care what anyone says. I have at least 220 pounds of your wood in my 150. That's fantastic. That's amazing. And yes, Cassie, it is much, much better than the old site. Thank you, Hugo. Super clean. All right. Love you guys. You guys are digging on the website. All right. All right. The feels. All right. Adrian and Jessica asking if there will be bigger and more pieces. Yes, as we go along, we're testing the waters with this, kind of just testing the market, seeing what people are interested in. We will kind of just lean the way the market leans. And if you shoot us a message, or I mean, you're doing your job right here, commenting, asking us about bigger pieces, I will absolutely be passing that information along that people are looking for bigger pieces, and hopefully we'll be able to get those on there soon. Boom. All right. Excellent. So let's get into this. I am going to pop up the bonsai cam, and no, I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to pop up the bonsai cam here, and as I work on this now, not gonna lie, the my second camera kind of sucks. As you can see, I'm just now getting my hands in there in the camera's point of view anyway. So bear with me on this. I did the best I could with this current setup. I will make it better next time, but you know, we progress. Again, so like I was talking about earlier, we've got this piece of bonsai. We've got our moss here. Once it gets in front of the camera, that's Christmas moss, and then I will be using the Flourish glue. Now normally when I work with this, I'm wearing like the plastic gloves or latex gloves, something like that, and I am out of those over here. Just unfortunate circumstance. So I was actually going to use these it's a rough surface, a hard surface work glove, but then I realized that I am going to need to be putting water on this, and instead of the way I do it, I just use my fingers. I've got a little cup of water over here that I'm going to be just using to spritz the thing. So I realized that's not going to work. I usually don't use, it's about a 50-50 if I'm going to use gloves. If they're available, I use them. So don't be afraid to get your fingers sticky, or use some latex gloves when you're getting into this. As far as the piece of wood and the type of plants you're picking, I mean, obviously I went like with the fancy version here and went with the pre-bonsai, but these concepts and what I'm doing here is going to translate to any plant that you can put onto driftwood and any piece of driftwood. You can accomplish this doing the same methods. So again, I'm going to be using Christmas moss. This has been really nice. We've got a bunch of this in the shop right now. So if you're wanting, if you don't hang out to the end, or if you don't win this tree, which I'm giving away at the end of this stream, if you're just joining us, welcome. I'm making this bonsai and then I'm going to give it away. So hang out, stay tuned if you want to win like $70 worth of awesome wood and plants. So again, Christmas moss, bonsai tree. Concepts are going to apply to pretty much any wood and driftwood plantable plant, which includes Java ferns, any of your mosses, basically Anubias species, Buse species, and a few others. But those are your most common ones to stick on wood. So again, I'm going with the moss. Now, when I approach a piece like this, I'm typically starting from the bottom here and working my way up the piece. That way I'm not getting in my way, in my own way, trying to go from the top down here. So when you open this Flourish glue, this is put out by Seachem, and should be available in just about any pet shop that carries plant stuff, but we sell a ton of it, and obviously we have it available. So just unscrew that top here. Now, let's see here. I should have to, yes, there is a little poker on the end. Now, I've used this on a video before, so some of you might be familiar, but you're just going to take this little pointed end on the inside of the cap, and this end of the tube is sealed off. I will wait till it maybe comes on stream. Yeah. And then you just pop that pointed end into the tip of the tube and break that plastic. And let's see if that worked. Nope. I'm going to have to dig deeper. Sometimes that happens. And I have actually had a couple of these not be effective enough, and I've had to go in with a knife or a... that should work. Testing, testing. Also, if you hear a little echo, I do apologize about that as well. That's not working either. Let's... try another way. Now this is using my pocket knife like this. This is, I've got to get in the habit of doing this in front of the camera. This is going to widen the end of the tube out maybe a little more than I want. So I'm going to have if this works, I'm going to have a pretty heavy flow. All right. So I can't get it digging in. Great, we're live. So I'm just going to cut the tip off and see if that works. It better. Okay. You guys, I'm being so stupid. All right, so this is very embarrassing. Anyway, so on the inside of this tube, there is, and I hope someone's yelling at me in the comments and I'm not paying attention. You idiot, this is the little tin foil, the foil. Anyway, so this is covered. You got to use this tip to pop that open. Oh, there we go. I had some pressure built up in there, apparently. That's fine. That's why we have this. Anyway, don't be a dummy like me and do it right the first time. Learn from my mistakes and put the right cap back on. So you got the spout. Once you've opened it up, stick it there. Like I said, I've opened up the spout a little bigger than it probably should be, but it wasn't clear before. So, you know, I'm going to squeeze a little out to see how my flow is. Okay. Oh, that's going to work fine. That's going to work perfect. Okay, so I've got my Flourish plant glue ready. And this will actually work on corals too, but they do have like a coral putty and things of that nature, a couple other options as well. But I believe it's the same base chemical, the same base glue between their coral glue and the Flourish glue. Correct me if I'm wrong. All right, so let's just jump right into it, and I'm actually going to get the surface of the wood a little wet here. Like I said, if you weren't here when I mentioned, I do have a little cup of water just off screen, and that's how I'm going to keep the plants moist on this wood while we're working on it. A spray bottle works just as well, but from my angle, I was just going to end up spraying the camera. So here we go. We're doing it this way. And it's going to be as simple as this, guys. Like I said, you want to start from the bottom here. Get stuff out of my way. And I just take the bead. Let's see. I want to make sure that you guys can see this too. Up close. Thank you guys for laughing at me in the comments. I appreciate it. I do. I really do. All right. So you're going to take the tip of this here, and you're just going to make, I do this in small sections. Some people will do larger sections than this, but I like to have a little more control. So you just do a little strip of glue, and you want to do this relatively quick. I probably should have gotten some of this out and a little ready beforehand, but hey, we're live. So you take a little bit, and now moss is typically going to be a little stringy. I try to get a little clump of it, and then get a few strands to attach to the same strip of glue. You're just going to lay it right on there. I typically hold this for a second or two. You shouldn't need to have your finger on it for too long. And we're stuck. Hot dang. We are on our way. Grabbing the wrong one, setting this glue aside for now so I don't continue to do that. And then just continue working your way around. And you can do this as full or as sparse as you want. Keep in mind that this is all going to grow out and fill in. So you could just leave it at this little clump right here and just do that on the rest of them, and eventually it's just still going to fill in to make this tree. What I'm going to do today is I'm just going to make it baller right from the beginning, and we're just going to fill it. So the downside of doing it this way is that when I pack it in like this, as it grows out, this bottom layer is probably going to get choked out a bit, which will turn that under layer a little brown. If I keep trimming it up and allowing light and flow to get into those areas, it should be fine. But be aware of that, especially if you win this at the end of the stream, which, if you're just joining us, welcome. I am making this bonsai. This is for an aquarium, if you're unfamiliar. Just covering it in moss. And at the end of this stream, when I am done making this, we are going to give this bad boy away. And I am so excited about that. All right. I'm going to place. Get a good look at it here. Got moss everywhere. Okay, I'm going to place one more clump on this lower branch, and I think that's all we're going to need. And then I'm going to answer some questions before I move on to the rest. So if you're waiting for your question to get answered, I do see a few in here. I'll be right there. Be right there. Hang on a minute. Just a second. And I do find that if I keep pressing too much, that the glue starts to get tacky, and I end up pulling it away, which is not what I want to do. So kind of try to get this not exactly right on the first go, but decent on your first go, because again, this is all going to grow out into or over itself in the wood and whatnot. So it's not going to look like this forever. Now, when this glue sets, it is going to be white in coloration. The plants will grow over that and hide it, but you are going to see some of that in the beginning, especially once it fully cures and gets underwater. Speaking of that, give that a couple drips there. And let's look in the comments. Let's hope a bunch of people are laughing at me for not doing the right thing with that glue. I again am embarrassed. All right, there's Cassie was asking, might have missed it, but are hardscape by pound or bundled? Those hards on the website, they are bundled. The exact pieces that you see pictured are exactly what you are getting. So that the price you see is as a bundle. And actually, if you look at it, I'm just going to pull that up again real quick. So if you look at, and I don't know how well you can see this if you're looking on your phone or whatever, but this price right here, it was $49.99 for 13 pounds. But in the 13-pound bundle, we've reduced that to $39.99. So you're saving yourself $10 on what they would normally be. So yeah, good stuff. Fantastic question. Austin Riddle asking, are Thursdays still your live plant days? Yes, Thursdays are when we get live plants into the store. Darren says he's coming into the store this weekend. Fantastic. Yes, this bonsai would be adorable in a 55-gallon. And I mean, this is going to be great because it can fit in a little 10-gallon. It can absolutely fit in my little 5.5-gallon. I've got a 3-gallon here that it would be like a full centerpiece for. This is versatile. Darren says, when I'm doing this kind of stuff, I always get glue all over my fingers. I have only done this bottom layer so far, Darren, and already I've got 3 fingertips just, glued up. Mike Smith says, assuming all of these items are for sale at your shop, can you buy as a kit? Mike, you could be talking about a couple different things. All of these things, the bonsai and the moss and the glue, absolutely are available in the shop. We don't have a specific bundle, no, but we almost always have this stuff available. Every now and then moss will get a little sparse, but it is not sparse right now. We are booming with moss. So yeah, drop by and come grab these. Also, anything you see on the website, if that's what you were referring to, I think you were referring to this, but just in case, anything you see on the website is available in store as well. Nicole asking, I purchased a Nemo koi placat beta not too long ago, and I was wondering if you know their age when they come into the shop. I'd love to know more about them. Yeah, so typically, and this is kind of in general, and I'm going to go ahead and start working on this a little bit, and I'll continue answering these questions also, but I do want to keep working on this. Some of you are waiting to win this at the end, right? Like, come on, man, I don't want to be here all night. But yes, as far as betas go, when they come into, and I'm doing the same process here that I was doing before, just doing small strips and doing it just a little bit at a time, and then tossing small clumps onto those strips of glue. Betas coming into the store are typically going to be roughly a year in age, and then with an average lifespan of 3 to 5 years. But yeah, they're usually about 1 coming in. I did notice that those koi Nemos were a little larger, so he might be sitting at like 16 months or something like that, 1.5 years, probably not 2 years. But yeah, that's probably where he's sitting as far as age. Good question. Khalil says bonsai will be my next go-to in my live bear community tank. These are great for live bears because of that moss. The moss is awesome for the fry to hide in. So using that, you can have a fry holding tank be a centerpiece in a room, and yeah, that'd be perfectly viable. Looking great. They would hide all up in here, get all the good stuff, munching off the moss. Oh, goodness. You guys are talkative. See, this is where I need backup and a producer or something. I have been given 15 from a batch of beta. Yes, it definitely all depends on the beta as well, because I've seen them grow at wildly different rates. Adrian was talking about the size and that it's varied with them, and they've had 15 different batch, blah blah blah. Even from the same batch fry, they could some are growing quicker than others. So yes, that's my estimate on the age is definitely just a rough estimate. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, thanks. People laughing at me. Plant glue. Plant glue is genius. Thanks. This content is 100 times better than the Super Bowl. Excellent. The Super Bowl happened. Awesome. Planted Tank. Lady H says Planted Tank started in December 3rd of your bonsai trees in it. Love the trees. Excellent. Yes, you can do this without glue, especially with these bonsais. You can just shove the moss in here. But if you want to kind of make sure it's secure in there, absolutely glue it. Hugo asking, oh, Lady H, asking Lady H. Lots of green hair algae on the mosses. How do we get rid of the algae? So depending on what you have, I'm going to pop this up here actually so people can see what I'm talking about. Oh no. I'm getting sticky fingers and it's sticking to my mouse. This is going to be a fun stream. So Lady H was asking how to get rid of algae. Green hair algae looks like off of moss. So the best way to get it off of moss that I've found is to get some critters to take it off that moss. A mono shrimp work really great. I would highly recommend those, but that is also kind of going to depend on your stock, what else you have in there, and you want to make sure that the fish you have in there currently are going to play nice with that shrimp. But I think that is probably going to be your one of your most effective. What size did you say it was? You didn't. So depending on what size, there's some other things that you could do as well. The Florida flagfish really love hair algae. They thrive on that stuff. Those would be a good option depending on, again, the size of your tank. Other hair algae eaters, you've got actually, I've noticed that mollies can be decent hair algae eaters, but I have also noticed that it can kind of depend on the individual mollies too. But yeah, I would, on moss specifically, it's going to be easiest to get some sort of fish, shrimp, snail that's going to target that hair algae really well. And pull it off that moss. You also want to make sure that that organism that you get is not going to just eat that moss as well. Darren says, will the Reef's saltwater expert be at the shop this Saturday? I'm going to try my hand at saltwater. Excellent, excellent. And I have a few pages of notes and questions. Yes, no, bring your pages. And yes, on Saturday, probably talk to, oh man, who do we have over there? Chris is probably going to be the most knowledgeable, but if they're hanging out on the salt side, you can ask any one of those guys over there. Chris, Sam, is Noah over there on Saturdays? Anyway, they'll be there hanging out at some point. So go talk with them, and they'd be happy to kind of set you up and get you along on your way. Let's see here. What do I want to do next? I've got this. I've got a little bald spot right here. I'm glad I looked. Let me take care of this bald spot up front. And then I've got to decide how I'm going to proceed from there. So I'm going to spin this around so I can actually see it. And then we'll get to some more questions. I am super stoked that you guys are being very talkative today. Noah, if you're watching, maybe I just need to pop you on as a co-host when we do stuff like this. That would be neat. Hey, that would be neat. because this isn't an every stream thing where I'm doing stuff like this. But again, this reminds me a lot of the pumpkin stream I did for Halloween when I sat here and carved a fish themed pumpkin. It was a flame angel, and that was a lot of fun. I used a drill bit in one of those pumpkin carver drill bits to clear out the pumpkin. Go watch it if you haven't. It's good stuff. All right, took care of that bald spot, and I think I will continue my work in the front here. I do have a space in the back right here that is also going to need some moss, but I think I'm going to, let's get the front done first to see exactly how much moss I'm really going to want to do on that back end. Yeah, we'll find out. Yes. Snails. Kristen Young, yeah, saying our snails are doing an amazing job taking care of our algae. Kristen, what kind of snails do you have? I love nearite snails for hair algae. Really, just about any algae in general. I'm a big fan of nearites. I've personally found them one of the most effective. Cassie says Muncie is in an aquarium desert. I'll help y'all set up shop and be the first customer. We do have some exciting things coming in the future, but a second location isn't one of them yet. We'll see. Keep on asking, because that's how we get prodded into doing things like that. All right. I think I'm all caught up on the comments here, at least scrolling them anyway. I still have a few to get to. I do, again, welcome if you're just joining us. I am making a bonsai for an aquarium out of it's fake. It's not an actual bonsai bone. This is man-made. If it was a real bonsai tree, it would, even at this size, it would be ridiculously more than $40, which is what we charge for these guys here, because that would, even the bonsai bones, like a dead bonsai, is pretty valuable, because it took forever to get that way. So so yes, this is not an actual bonsai. That would be crazy, but we've got that Christmas moss. We are putting this together, and at the end of this stream, when I am done making this bonsai tree, I am giving it away. That is going to be over $70 worth of value. The catch is that you do have to be willing to pick it up in Indianapolis, Indiana. I am not shipping this, and I will reiterate that every time I talk about this. We are not shipping this. I don't care where you're from. You just got to be willing to come to Indianapolis, Indiana to pick this up if you do win. So hang out till the end. And when I am done building this, I am getting super glue all over. Why start picking now? Why? So yeah, hang out with us till the end. I am making this and then giving it away. And that will be done with commenting. And so you will have to be present when it happens. All right, let's get into the front section here. And I don't know, this is, I'm going to do two sections. I was about to say it's small enough to do this whole thing in one go, but that would just go against what I was saying beforehand about doing it in small sections so you can actually see how it's coming together. I'm going to follow my own rules here, right? Not rules, guidelines, recommendations. Oh, goodness. Even more. So I think maybe I even missed my point because I got excited talking about this bonsai and then I started working on it again. But again, if you're just joining us, we do like to treat these as an open Q&A regardless of what we're doing here. So if you do have any questions about aquarium keeping in general, what I'm doing here, or the Reef Aquarium Shop, toss them in the comments. We will answer those questions. Lady H says 135 gallon. Gotcha. Yeah, so if you've got a 135 and it looks like community, then yeah, any of those fish options, I would go with the Florida flagfish. A Siamese algae eater would be fantastic at grabbing some hair algae, but that might end up eating some live bear babies. If you're not opposed to that, yeah, still go with the Siamese algae eater. But yeah, look into those Florida flagfish. They're really pretty. I would definitely check them out. Mike asking, in the last stream with Ryan, you mentioned that you guys were going to get some aquascaping kits, something along the line of getting the exact scape you see. You guys got any yet? Yes. You're joining on. You must have came in right after we got done talking about that. Go check out our website, TheReefIndy.com, and we already have wood and stone, what you see, what you get bundles, and you will get exactly what you see pictured there. So definitely go check it out. Taylor, asking if this would be good with an axolotl. No. You do. Sorry. The reason is that this is way too sharp. An axolotl will just mess themselves up on this. They are blind as bats, clunky. Mine run into things constantly. This would not be a good option for an axolotl tank, unfortunately. I have seen you could probably do maybe a smoother piece of driftwood. Just be careful when using driftwood with, I'm going to maybe even just say no to that too. There's some stuff you could put on stones that plant-wise that you can stick in with your axolotls. Maybe try some Anubias or something like that on some stone that you can tie onto it. Wood, depending on the size of your tank, regardless, but the severity of which depends on the size of your tank, is going to drop your pH, and axolotls do not want a low pH. So that perhaps would not be the best option, nor would this. There are some options out there. You're just going to have to get a little creative. Mike says we need to start doing classes. We have actually thought about that a lot, Mike, and we almost pulled the trigger on that at one point. We had something similar, but not specifically a class. It was just an in-house talk. We had a representative of a chemical company. Was it Tropic Marin? I think maybe talking about their balling. Yeah. It was Tropic Marin talking about their balling method for salt water, and it wasn't a hit. It wasn't well attended, and I think the content matter was it definitely wasn't intro level. But yes, we are still considering that, and a lot of the problem with and I'm going to start. I think I'm done with let's see here. The problem with doing some classes, here's what we've got going on so far, is the space. We don't have a lot of space. If you've ever been in the shop, you know that it can get cramped, especially when there's a lot of people in there. I am off site currently. We do have some spaces that we can use and have considered using, but they are not to that point yet. But yeah, classes are something that we have definitely considered doing and are still considering. We just want to do it the right way. And I guess I have entertained the idea of doing online classes, just like you see me doing here, but maybe a little more advanced, a little more specific, catering maybe to just a small group of people and things of that nature. Maybe setting something like that up, first time saltwater, and we'd pull Chris in here, would get Coy in here, something like that. So that's again something we have thought about pursuing, but now that I have more people talking about it, such as yourself, Mike, then yeah, I think we can get that. I don't want to say accomplished right off the bat because I don't want to make promises that I can't keep. But yes, we will be putting that more on a forefront as far as what we are going to be doing in the future. I can guarantee it. Oh, see, I think no, I didn't. I thought I waited a little too long on this strip of glue, and I thought it maybe set, but I just had to break the surface. That's going to be an odd little piece there, but I like it. All right, so if you're just joining us, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're enjoying this content, if you're hating this, give me a thumbs down and an angry emote comment or something like that. But still, thank you for watching. We are making this bonsai, and at the end of this stream, we are giving it away. I am using a man-made bonsai here with some Christmas moss, and this is going to go into an aquarium. This can fit in anywhere from, certain 3 gallons or so on up to just about anything. You can kind of get an idea for the size of it right there. But yeah, so I'm going to continue working on this. We have started just from the bottom and worked our way up. That way we don't get in our own way, working from the top down, trying to get under moss pieces and things of that nature. So as a general rule of thumb, I always start from the bottom and work my way up. Even with these like individual areas, I start in like the front bottom edge and work my way up and then back from there. Yeah, especially when I'm working on it like this from the front. This is a little weird, to be honest. I'm usually working on it like this, but I want to show you guys what I'm doing. So I keep turning it around to make sure it actually looks good. I think it does. I don't want this wood to stick to the towel. That would be good. Or wouldn't be good. Darren asking, does the Reef sell aquascaping books? No. Look, man, if you want some good books, we can probably get a few in for you, but we don't really have a wide availability to books. I can point you to some fantastic Instagrams to get some good ideas off of, or if you're looking for a really good read on aquascape or hardscaping specifically at this point, go to TheReefIndy.com. On the top bar, I'm just going to pull it up again. TheReefIndy.com. On the top bar here, you're going to see a blog button, and it is brand new. Welcome to it as of February 2nd. But Ryan, who we keep mentioning in this stream, has written a blog for us, Beginner's Guide, Choosing the Right Hardscape. I am not going to go into it. I want you to do that for yourself, but absolutely go check that out. It's going to be a good read. But yeah, there's other sources if you actually want a book online. Is going to be your best method of tracking those down. Chase, fantastic question. That would look sick in my 53-gallon guppy colony. I agree, Chase. We were just talking about this going in with live bearers a little bit ago too. It's awesome for those little fry to just hide in there, and this is going to bush out and get super cool and thick and full. It's going to look really nice, you guys. I'm excited about it. But what would you estimate the total cost on this project, including the moss? Are you using Java or Christmas? So the tree is sold for $39.99 in the store. And this is at least currently the smallest one we have available. We've had some smaller sizes. I think they've run as cheap as like $30 on the slightly smaller sizes, but that runs 40. I'm using Christmas moss, and we sell these containers for $8.99. And as you can see, this one container is going to get me most of the way through this tree. I am still going to bust into container number 2, but I am not going to need container number 3. So bearing in mind that I'm pulling $8.99 away, that's a roughly 20 more bucks. I know 9.99, 18, roughly 20 more bucks. So you're looking at about 60 now. Plus the glue is I think the 2-pack was $7.99. Let me tell you for sure. I have it sitting right here. Yeah, $7.29. And that is a 2-pack. I've got this tube and a tube I haven't even opened yet. And then my labor. That's it. That's the cost. Yeah. And obviously, you can get this price down by using a cheaper piece of wood. You don't have to go with a bonsai. You could go with a package that you find on our website at TheReefIndy.com. And yeah, that's your rough cost on it. Good question. Fantastic question, Chase. Appreciate it. Darren, yeah, coming in with the, now that, you know, correcting myself, pulling out the extra moss. All right. And speaking of, I am going to just give us a little moisture here on the moss. I don't see it struggling. It still looks damp to me, but sometimes I forget this step in the process, and yeah, might as well do it and not forget. So again, yeah, thanks for joining. Welcome to the stream. If you are just joining us, hit that subscribe button. What we are doing today, this is going to be every Tuesday, 6 p.m. here on YouTube, live Q&A. This week, we just so happen to be making a bonsai out of a prefab wood, some Christmas moss. This is going to go into an aquarium. And when I am done at the end of this stream, we are going to be giving this bonsai away. Now, this is going to be local pickup only in Indianapolis, Indiana. I am not shipping this thing. These branches can be fragile, and I'm putting too much work into this. I've put too much work into this for to mess it up sending it somewhere. So you do have to come pick it up. Indianapolis, Indiana. I don't know where you're from. I don't care. If you're willing to drive here and get it, you can go ahead and enter. So we're going to do it. Once I'm done, I'm going to have whoever's still watching comment. At the end of the stream, I'll give you a minute or two to comment, and then I'm just going to pick a random winner out of those comments. Yeah, that's how we're going to do it. That's how it's being done. All right, I got this back side and the front side going. I almost want to put some more moss on the front, but I'm going to finish out this section and this section before I decide on that, and we'll see how it looks. I probably will fill in a couple patches as I stare at it when I'm done. But again, I am most of the way through my first container of moss. I am not going to get all the way through my second container of moss, but I am going to be using a little bit of it. All right. So again, if you're just joining us, I'm going to go over my same little spiel here. And we're going to take our glue, which I had issues with in the beginning of the stream. Don't judge me. And we're just going to put small strips starting low and then moving our way further up the piece. But just small sections here. And then once you've got your bead, you don't have to be lightning fast with this unless you're trying to do this underwater, in which it will, which you can, but it will set very fast. I don't recommend doing that with moss specifically, but you can set like Anubias and Java ferns and things like that on wood with this Flourish glue from Seachem. It just, again, sets so quick that it would not be good for moss. Because once you get this underwater, it's a mess. Take my word for it. It's a little bear down here. Let's fix that. This is like a tall section. I don't know how else to describe it. It's a little weird to get this moss into, but this moss will go anywhere. Let's use this piece. All right, give it a little poke, make sure it's down in there real good. Ta-da! I need to get this bottom section on the inside. Let's do it from over here. That'll be better. All right. I'm gonna, you're not gonna see what I'm doing here, but this is the angle I have to take to get this in a way that is satisfactory to me. And again, I will catch up on these comments here in just a bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna turn it back so you guys can see now. I just really couldn't get that spot the way I wanted without turning it away from you guys. I'm so sorry. All right. Let's get down in this section and this section. I'm doing a larger section than I typically do here. Mostly because I just want to hang out with you guys in the comments. Because after I'm done with this little nub, we're going to take it to the comments, see what kind of questions I got going on. And then we'll get right back to it. And I just have this top section to go, and then I will give it a final look over and kind of just fill in spaces if I feel like it needs it. And then we will give it away. All right. And that is also another good stopping point because that's all of the moss in container 1. Yay! We made it through container 1. All right. This is shaping up, starting to look pretty good. It's, you know, I'm definitely gonna work with this front. Oh, come on now. I'm definitely going to work with this front piece here. I'm not necessarily satisfied with the way it looks right now. You can kind of see this bald spot here. I'm not going to worry about it currently. I will just continue filling in. That will be part of my bald spot fill-in work later. And this one's going to need some too. But again, I'm about to pop into another container of moss, so I will probably save the top patch of this for the fill-in as well, and we'll start on this top section. But before I start on this top section, let me know what you guys think. You think this is turning out all right? I think it's looking okay. I think it is decent. Let's actually get a good look at this. All right. That's not too shabby. I'm going to jump in the comments while we're checking out this this handiwork I've done. Silent water. Recommended cichlid for hard water, heavily planted tank, 20-gallon long. Tried rams twice, died after 6 weeks. Yeah, rams don't do well in that setting. Oh, that's awful. Let's do this. Rams don't do well in a hard water setting. They really don't. Cichlid wise, harder water stuff is going to be like mostly African cichlids. There's plenty of others that are going to handle hard water all right. It's really going to depend on what else you have in there. If you have community fish, I don't know if there's a ton of cichlid options in hard water. You might try maybe, and again, this is going to depend on what kind of fish you have in there now. Crebensis might be a cool one to check out. Keyholes can handle our hard water. I've put them in it before and they did well. That's a South Central American. Which one are they? It's an SACA of some sort. That could be a nifty one to look at. Most of your pistos aren't going to do well. If you haven't tried Bolivian rams, maybe give those a go. That's probably the hardiest ram there's going to be. So I've seen people successfully get them in hard water, and they were perfectly fine in there. So try that. There's a couple, maybe even Shelleys, shell dwellers like the Maltese or the Similis, something like that. And again, this is all going to depend on what kind of fish you actually have in there currently. So yeah, compatibility might potentially be an issue for you if you're doing some cichlid hunting. Darren, I have not followed them yet. No, but thanks for the reminder, and I'm going to. I will come back through and find that. Mike asking, do you have any issues with the moss coming off when you're submerging these into your tank once finished? If your tank is already filled, yes, yeah. You're gonna lose some, and that's just gonna happen. That's trying to move my chair. Once this sets, there's definitely going to be some points that are anchored down on there better than others. A few of these, some of these strands are just going to kind of end up being intertwined in there and not actually anchored with the glue. And those definitely do have potential to just pop out there. And that's just something you're going to have to be okay with and deal with. You can either just scoop it up and try to glue it back on, or just wait for it to grow back out into itself. Because again, yeah, you're going to lose some pieces, and it shouldn't, if you've done this right, and we'll find out if I have later. I'm not going to submerge this on stream. I don't really have anything to do that with right now. But as soon as we're done, it's going over to the shop. That way it will be able to be picked up. But yeah, I will probably still lose some strands on this. But if you do it right, it shouldn't look too much different than when you put it in. Hope that gets that question answered. Hugo says I'd put this masterpiece. I don't know. That's getting there. Yeah. Okay. It's a masterpiece. I'm a master craftsman. I'll take it. In your 60 community, it'd be great with Molly Fry. It'd be great with live bears. Yeah. Oh, thank you. People tossing in some bonsai love in the comments. Absolutely. Seeing if I have any more questions before I get to the top. Cassie, excellent. Cassie says, I came back and landed 2 of the red jewels on Saturday, made a special trip for those babies. Excellent. I'm glad you got those. We've been, she and I had been talking on Facebook, I think, right? We're on everything. Facebook, YouTube, which you're here at, Instagram, Twitter, and now on TikTok. How about it? I don't know what I'm going to do with this TikTok channel yet. I got a few videos up there. Go check them out. And if you are a TikToker, subscribe or whatever you do, or follow or heart. I don't know. I don't know what it is. All right, let's get back into this and not glue. This is the second time I've glued the wood to the towel. Let's stop it. Oh, I am running out of glue here too. But I have enough to carry on, and I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm getting too excited. I haven't opened the moss yet, but that's not a big deal. I will just go about this quickly. I was going to need one of those caps. Just throwing away stuff I need. Great. All right. And remember, start low and work your way up. And that will keep you out of your own way with both your fingers and the moss. Excellent. You guys, I am super excited about this. I was getting stabbed by my pocket knife there. Not good. Not actually. It wouldn't open. Just uncomfortable. Yeah, I'm going to open up the next bottle of glue, and this time I'm going to do it right. I hope. If you're just joining us and you missed it when I opened up the glue the last time, just go back and watch it for yourself when this is posted after we are done streaming. Just go look at what my dumb self did. All right, I am going to stop struggling with this one, and we're going to call that tube done. And I only have a little bit left to go, but that's all right. Okay, so to open this glue, and I am an expert on opening this glue, you're going to take the cap off. Let me just show it to you on the bonsai cam here. There's a little poker there, which I showed you before. And this one has that opening. That's great. And the other one probably did too, and I'm just being stupid. This one's got a little pinhole in it already somehow. But you're going to take the end of the cap there, press it into the tin foil that was there. As you can see, I've got a glub coming up, and I will just wipe that off here. Put this cap back on here, and we're good to go. Done perfectly, just like I did it the first time. Okay, I have a dab of glue on there. Y'all are distracting me, which is great. Keep distracting me. If you're just joining us, welcome. I am almost done making this bonsai with a fabricated bonsai wood base, some Christmas moss. This is going to go into an aquarium. When we're done making this on this stream, I am going to give this away. It is now a roughly $60 value in this that I'm just going to give away for free at the end of the stream. Tim, thanks, Tim. Tim Doherty, the great, says masterful craftsmanship. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. That's one of our service techs. If you have your freshwater tanks serviced by us, that's Tim. All right. More glue. Ooh. Let me get the air out of the line. Expert. Masterful craftsmanship. All right. That's good for that one. Get this little strip here. And as you can see, if you are being quite meticulous about it, this can take you. I mean, I was probably rambling for what, 10 minutes before I actually started doing this. I am being quite meticulous, and yes, I have been stopping to answer questions and stuff. So realistically, at this point, you should be about 20 to 40 minutes in, depending. Realistically, I think. That's my personal opinion on the matter. You take your time and you do it however you want. Just make sure that wood, or not necessarily the wood, but just make sure that those plants stay moist and don't dry up. You say damp. Is damp any better than moist? Some people don't like either of the words. I don't care. About the words. Anyway. Get a little over here. Yeah, we're going to spread this. I'm going to put a little happy little glue strip right up here. Yeah. Yeah. Happy little wisps of leaves up here. And here we have a happy little tree. All right. The joy of bonsai making. Okay, actually, the back of this looks horrendous right now. But this is turning out pretty good. I'm digging it. And again, I'm sorry for my bonsai cam not being as high quality here. Actually, let me Ah, yeah. Look at that. That's turning out really nice. And then we've got the back, which, like I said, that's going to need a little work. And then I still have to fill in a couple places here. But we're going to get to that. We are almost done with this and almost ready to give this bonsai away. I'm pumped. Let's look at the comments. Looking great, looking great. Awesome. Thank you, you guys. I am excited about it, and it's going to look amazing in someone's tank. Let's see here. Oh. Would this leach, Kelsey Collins, thank you for the question, Kelsey. Would this leach tannins? If so, how much? These do still have the potential, but like minimal. And I think we've talked about it in a couple live streams before. If you just toss some like Purigen or a polyresin, some sort of resin based filtration in your filter, that's going to suck those tannins right out of there, and you should be fine. But this shouldn't leach much at all. It is, I mean, all wood's going to, but no, you should be all right with this. And again, I am giving this away at the end of the stream. You must be willing to pick it up from Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm not going to ship it to you. I don't care where you're from, as long as you're willing to come to Indianapolis, Indiana to pick this up. The value of this, the tree, the base itself, is $40. And we have several different sizes. This was the smallest one I had in stock currently. We've had smaller ones that run about $30. and then larger ones that are more expensive than that. And then the moss here, I'm going through 2 containers, so roughly $20 on the moss, $7.29 on the 2-pack of glue, and that's your investment into this project. And that is the investment that you get for free should you win this at the end of the stream. Where'd it go? C Nasty saying you need some baby gold dojos. All the dojos, the gold dojos they've sent us recently have been decent sized, I think. And I think we've only been getting the brown weather loaches for the past few weeks. But if you're not on our special orders list already, I don't do that through these comments. That would be too hectic for me. Shoot us a call or a message on Facebook, and we can get you on a special orders list. Excellent, looking really good. Oh man, are we gonna have a fist fight in the comments over this tree, guys? It doesn't work like that. But I'll watch, and then still you may or may not get it. That depends on who wins the drawing and not the fight. Let's see here. Mike says, "Easy, Bob Ross." I was putting happy little leaves and happy little glue strips. That's all I was doing. That's fine. If I am Aquarium Bob Ross, I will be fine with that. I will even grow my hair out ridiculously. I don't think I can make it look like Bob Ross, but but my dad did that once. My dad got a perm when I was a kid back in the 90s after it saw its heyday. And that was a pretty interesting time for the whole family when my dad got a perm. You know, family stories. I love you, Dad. All right. I've got another spot back here in the back. I'm sorry that you can't really see what I was working up front here. But I'm almost done, and these spots kind of just have to be done from where I am. So you can't see. I will show you in a minute. All right. This, ladies and gentlemen, is most of it. I am going to come back through here and get the bald spots, if you will. But I think this is looking really, really good. I'll do it in the close-up here. See, this camera, I told you in the beginning of the stream, I am going to do better on this second camera angle for the next time. It's there. It gets the idea across, but it is not as high quality as I would like it to be. But this is our bonsai looking really nice. And once it actually gets into the water, these little droopy kind of hangy bits are going to be more like out in the water. Hopefully not out in the water. We were talking about that before too. But hopefully just kind of suspended there and looking really cool. But that is mostly done, y'all. I'm getting excited. Let me jump in the comments real quick, and I am and we are very close to giving this away, you guys. I am pumped, and you should be too. I was going for those Bob Ross vibes. Thank you. Oh, you guys, you're just digging on this tree. Thank you. It wouldn't do well. Kristen Young asking, would this do well in a crested gecko tank? If misted, would the moss keep, or does it need to be immersed? So no, you can actually keep this well misted, the moss wise, but I don't know if these are pretty pokey bits. The moss, yes, you can, if you wanted to get the moss and stick that into a terrarium style pauldarium, something like that, and keep it nice and humid, well misted. This is going to do fine in that scenario, but I would not put this with a cresty. It's just too pokey. I wouldn't trust it. Thank you. Kelly saying nice tree, excellent. All right. Yep. Okay, I don't think I have any actual questions. Just y'all calling me Bob Moss and Mr. Miyagi. Great. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. That's a thing I can be okay with. Anyone should be okay with that. Anyway, so I'm going to real quickly trim up some of these bald spots, and I'm seeing a couple little strands of moss that ended up just kind of caked in the glue, so I am removing those. Otherwise, those are just going to be quite noticeable. But I think I've gotten rid of those. All right, let's hit up these bald spots. I know there's this one section here in the front that I want to take care of. Right there. I don't know, I'm going to go through at least the majority of this second container of moss. It will be more than 50%. Oh, okay. I didn't like the way that went down at first, but it's fine now. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. All right. Just a couple more spots and we are going to get going. But and whoever said this, was it Hugo? Hang on. Yeah, it was Hugo. Hugo's going to be mad at me because he's not going to, well, not based off of this anyway. You came up with the word, Hugo, but right now, this is it. This is it, guys. You ready? Get your commenting fingers ready. Because when I say, I'm going to ask you to comment a specific thing. And of those people that comment, that's how I will pick my winner randomly through it. What I'm gonna set it up here. I'm gonna close my, literally, this is how it's gonna happen, guys. I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna point at one of these comments that come through, and that's who's gonna win. Fair? I think so. Again, if you want this bonsai, you have to come to Indianapolis, Indiana to get it. I don't care if you fly in from Hawaii to grab this thing, but you just got to be willing to come to me to get it, because I'm not shipping this out. I repeat, I will not ship this out. You have to come to the Reef Aquarium shop in Indianapolis, Indiana to pick this up. When and this is going to start right now, making sure I didn't miss anything. I will get to some of the, I see a couple of these questions. I will get to them in a second. Right now, people are trying to win this very piece of driftwood, or of bonsai that I have put together. This gorgeous, beautiful tree that we have made together. We made this together, you guys. I'm so proud of all of us. I am going to fill in a couple more spaces, and as I am doing this, you guys are going to comment, and I'm going to tell you what to comment in just a moment. And once I am done filling in these bald spots, it's not going to be it's not going to be long. I'm just going to like 1, maybe 2 actual minutes. But for those of you who type or comment Bob Moss, BOBMOSS, type Bob Moss in the comments if you want to win this bonsai. I'm going to finish this up, give it a couple finishing touches, and once we have a decent amount of Bob Mosses in the comments, I will pick one of those comments randomly, and that lucky person is going to be the proud owner of this beautiful piece of driftwood. All right, comment. Let's go. Bob Moss in the comments, y'all. In the comments. And thank you to Hugo for giving me Bob Moss. You gave us the Bob, and that's the way this game ended up being played at the end. Ta-da! Also, guys, if you have not done so already, especially if you have commented to win this bonsai and you haven't subscribed yet, for shame, smash that subscribe button and let's go. Let's win this thing. I've got one more piece of moss to stick on here, and then I am going to select a winner, and that will wrap up the stream for us this evening. That's it. It's done. Oh man. All right, one more. Hang on, let me mess with these brush strokes a little bit. Happy little leaves. All right, this is looking really cool, y'all. This might be one of my favorite bonsais that I have made so far. Actually, let me boom. There it is, y'all. There it is. Okay. All right. I have enough Bob Mosses in the comments. It is time. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of, and I'm going to scroll. I have so many Bob Mosses. Oh, hang on. Oh, I see how this is. Okay. Let's see. I see how this goes. A couple of you commented multiple times, and I'm okay with that if I can speak. There's so many Bob Mosses. Okay, I'm going to do just some wild back and forth scrolling across. There's so many Bob Mosses. Look at all these Bob Mosses. I'm closing my eyes. I am doing a wild random scroll. I'm touching the screen. And Adrian and Jessica Ware, congratulations, Moss Bob Moss. I'm accepting it. That was beautiful. Moss Bob Moss. So many Bob Mosses. Congratulations, Adrian and Jessica Ware. Shoot me a message on our Facebook page. Jump on our Facebook page. Pop us a message. Let me know that you were the one. I will confirm that. And when you come to pick this up, we will ask you to open up your YouTube account on your phone to verify that it is who it's supposed to be. Yes. Oh my God, you did it. Congrats. I am super proud of you. I'm super proud of everyone for hanging out and making this tree. We made this tree together, and I feel closer to you guys now than I ever have before. That is not a lie. Thanks. Thank you so much. This has been fun. Yes, thank you guys. Oh, excellent, excellent. Hugo, I feel robbed. I'm sorry, man. It could have been you. But I'm going to get Hugo, just for coming up with the name, the comment, I am going to give you this extra, as a consolation prize. I've got this extra container of Christmas moss. Come in, dude. It's all yours. You earned it. You earned it with Bob Moss. You earned it. So that is for Hugo. I feel robbed. And then this is for Adrian and Jessica, the tree that is. This extra bit of moss is for me. And yeah, oh my gosh, guys, this has been fun. Again, if you haven't done so yet, please hit that subscribe button. I don't always sit here and make a fool of myself quite like this, but I always try to have fun on streams. Sometimes it is just me hanging out with you guys, just talking and not doing something like this. Sometimes I bring on guests. So if that's something that you can get into, then hit that subscribe button. And not only do we go live, I also try to upload a new instructional or informative video or something that just shows you what we do in the shop. So if you haven't done that yet, check the rest of our channel out. You will see us again live on Facebook on Thursday, or yes, on Thursdays. We will be going live. We do this every week on Facebook, and we do room tours. So we go live on the freshwater side of the store. We go live on the saltwater side of the store every week so that you can see exactly what we have in stock and kind of get a feel for the store if you have not been in the past. So jump in there on our Facebook page. Follow us there if you haven't. We're on Instagram as well, Twitter, TikTok, here on YouTube. Light us up, y'all. Light us up. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for having fun with me. We're going to see you. If I don't see you on Facebook on Thursday, I'll see you back here again on Tuesday, 6 p.m. Y'all are the literal best. And I am going to close us out like this.